AAC&U's mission is to advance the public standing of liberal education, equity, and quality as the foundations for excellence in undergraduate education in service to democracy. What we mean by a liberal education goes back to the original definition that was outlined by the Stoics, the philosophers, who said that this type of education is intended to liberate one's mind from past dispositions, the opposite of a liberal education that enables one to develop one's own views and to not be swayed by the dispositions of others, is an illiberal education where there is no countenancing of beliefs other than those that are put forward by authorities. And so our goal in promoting a liberal education is not about particular subjects, because liberal education is evolving over time, but to instill in students those skills necessary to think for oneself and to engage in the democratic process. High-impact practices are an essential part of AAC&U's LEAP initiative because we recognize the ways in which a liberal education and our nation's historic mission of educating for democracy are inextricably linked. We need to give students practice with the skills necessary to help them be successful in the workplace and beyond. Some of the skepticism regarding higher education today, and liberal education in particular, is grounded in the notion that we're not preparing students for the future. And so we need to redress that and make sure that we are delivering on the promise of American higher education. High-impact practices help us address the skepticism with respect to higher education in ensuring that students have practice from their first to final semesters in ways that bridge the gap between the curriculum and co-curriculum, between the curriculum and work, and ready them for the application of knowledge and skills to real-world problems in real-world settings. High-impact practices fit into the larger vision of educating for democracy in relation to critical thinking skills in particular. We are at a moment in time where we are existing in what many consider to be a post-truth era. There is a disdain of expertise, and there is a rhetoric for hire in which people with targeted agendas engage in narratives that are often disconnected from objective truths, helping students discern the truth through a liberal education, helping them not only to write, speak, and think with precision, coherence, and clarity, but to engage in the kind of moral imagination necessary to consider what it's like to be in the shoes of another different from oneself is more critical than ever in these increasingly polarized times. States and state systems have a pivotal role in advancing the work around high-impact practices. There is a call to action on the part of leaders of higher education to restore public trust in the promise of liberal education and inclusive excellence. And we have in the past few years seen a rapid decline in confidence in higher education. Much of that has to do with political leaders saying that we have to excise from our university system's mission statements reference to a pursuit of truth or flourishing fully in life, and we have to focus on tuition in exchange for jobs, employability as the sole metric of success for our students. And so now it is more important than ever before to ensure that leaders in the legislature, that state system heads are working together to reaffirm the role that a liberal education plays in the lives of students, and to restore the notion of higher education as a public good, and to jettison the belief that it is a private commodity that can be measured solely in terms of the job that one gets or the income that one receives upon graduation. AAC&U is eager to partner with NASH in moving forward to ensure that every student across the nation has an opportunity to engage in high-impact practices that we know has the potential to transform their lives.